Yeah, I read the first half.
No, I mean, this is for you.
Oh.
Sergeant at Arms Rosa.
Madam Speaker, the youth officer and Chief Counsel are waiting entrance to the chamber.
Will you escort them into the chambers? Will the members please rise? Okay, everyone can sit down. I would now entertain a motion for this body to resolve itself into joint session.
I second that.
Will someone make that motion?
I motion that we go into joint session, Sam.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Speaker, Jesse Laslovich, our guest, awaits admittance to the chambers.
Will Sergeant at Arms Bakavoy and the Escort Committee please escort Mr. Laslovich to the podium? Will the members please rise? Our guest speaker, Jesse Laslovich, is currently a candidate for the position of the State Auditor. He has previously served in the Montana House of Representatives, where he was the youngest member for a time. He has also served in the Montana Senate. He obtained his degrees in political science and law from the University of Montana. Please welcome our guest speaker.
I appreciate all of you having me, Mr. President, Madam Speaker, and members of the House and Senate and distinguished guests. This is really cool. I sat in Desk 48 as a Democrat on this floor, and you, when you're in the House, you receive dignitaries, and this is where they speak from, and this is my second time doing this, and so I feel pretty special and really appreciate your guys' willingness to hear me. I started at a young age. I was 19 years old when I ran for the Montana House of Representatives from Anaconda. I don't know why no one from Anaconda is here. They need to be. We need to change that. We'll take Butte as a close second for those of you from Butte. There we go. All right, got it. But what's great about Montana is you can run for office at a young age, at 18. You go to other states and you can't run for office until you're 25, or until you're 30 in some states. And I think that when we are eligible to vote at the age of 18, that we ought to be able to vote for ourselves if we want to be a candidate. And what's great about this country is not who you are, but what you want to be. Whether it is as a state representative or as a state senator or a doctor or a lawyer or a bus driver, I don't care, a teacher. It's what you want to do. You get to define that. I was kind of a nerd in high school. I was in student government, student body president, and 19 years old, I was a freshman at the University of Montana, and my high school government teacher, who happens to be the lieutenant governor now, Angela McLean, was going to run for the state house. She got pregnant, decided that she wasn't going to run. I was helping governor at the time, go door to door in Anaconda, and I thought, this is easy. I can do this. I can create signs like the ones I've seen walking in. That I can do 7 push-ups. You should vote for me. You can. Or I'm a good writer of haikus. So I thought, well, what the heck? I can give it a shot. And when I ran, I was the first to file. And a few folks filed against me saying I was too young. And so we had a primary election. I won and served 2 sessions in this chamber, and it was a huge honor in my life. And then I ran for the Senate in 2004 and was elected and then re-elected in the Senate for 6 years. I had the privilege of chairing the Senate Judiciary Committee. Do you guys do committees here, committee process? Which I think is the most important part of the legislature. Legislating is the committee process. It's where most of the work is done. A lot of debates on the floor, people have their minds made up. A lot of it is theater, but the committee process is where the real work is done. I'm a Democrat from Anaconda, and I was Assistant Democratic Leader in 2009, and then I resigned to take my current position in the State Auditor's Office as Chief Legal Counsel, which I've been doing the last 6 years, which I love. So here's the thing. I had big aspirations. I wanted to go to out of the state, wanted to get out of Montana when I graduated from high school, ended up not working, and this fell into my lap where I was able to pursue really a dream and run for the legislature, but at the same time able to obtain a college education and get a law degree. So that's important too. I want to emphasize to all of you, and I know you're sick of it, I'm sure, from your teachers and your counselors, the importance of getting an education. It'll move mountains for you. It will open doors for you. I worked in the Attorney General's office defending criminal convictions before the Supreme Court, and as I said, I've been in the State Auditor's office the last 6 years. I appreciate the President's announcement that I'm running for State Auditor, as I say to many people, stupidly and naively. Running for a statewide office. I did it in 2012, ran for Attorney General. I was 30 years old. People said I was too young and inexperienced. And you guys are probably too young, I'm showing my age. But anybody seen the movie Pretty Woman? Julia Roberts, one of my all-time favorites. And one quote she has in there when Richard Gere says, "I think you're a very bright, intelligent woman," she says, "the negative stuff is easier to believe." And I think that's so true. And when you run for an office and you have all these folks who are supporting you, and then you have folks who are not supporting you, and you tend to believe those who aren't supporting you. And I don't care whether it's in youth legislature or running for state auditor or governor, I think inherently the negative stuff is easier to believe. Don't do it. When I ran for the legislature, I thought my age would be my biggest hindrance. 19 years old, people are going to think this is a joke. And when I went door to door, people were encouraged by the age. I wasn't tied to anybody, and they wanted a fresh perspective. Keep that in mind no matter what you do. It doesn't need to be politics. Jim Messina just ran the re-election campaign for the President of the United States. He was right here in these halls working for House Democrats. He worked for the Montana Democratic Legislative Campaign Committee. He was just instrumental, those of you who follow international politics, in getting David Cameron reelected as Prime Minister in England. That's Montana. I think a lot of times we cut ourselves short because we're simply from Montana, when we shouldn't. My father died last year. He's 57 years old. And he always said that the only thing he knows is he doesn't know anything. And I think in politics today, we have many people who run for office, and not just the candidates, but people who are helping the candidates, lobbyists, thinking that they know all of the answers to our problems. They don't. And consistently, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of the where just because it's a Democratic idea or a Republican idea, then that's what needs to go, that needs to be what we do. And I think that we only have to blame ourselves for that. You guys are engaged in the two-party system here, I imagine? No? Yes. And it shouldn't just be about party politics. You guys get to decide that. And in Montana and Washington, D.C., or any other state, it's partisanship. It's party politics that's deciding things, not what's best for our country, not what's best for our state. And you see small examples of people working together, Republicans and Democrats, to get things done. But it's not happened nearly enough, where you have a group of people at the national level who are willing to shut down our government because they're not getting things their way. It should be unacceptable to all of us. Here's another thing I want to say. You guys, our generation, I include myself, even though I may look old and I'm bald, I know, but I'm 34 years old. And the 18 to 34-year-old age group is referred to, in the insurance world, in the auditor's office, we regulate securities and insurance companies, securities firms. Our age group is referred to as the young invincibles. Why? Because the perception is that we don't care. And I don't think it's reality. I think a lot of us don't care, but I think many of us do care. It can be a force when it comes to our local, state, and national politics. I'm running for statewide office, for state auditor, and no one is telling me I should go to college campuses. Why? Because they don't think people will vote for it, that people are apathetic. College students don't care. It's ridiculous. You guys can change it. Or we're going to continue to be the young invincibles. Some people may want to be invincible. I don't. I have 2 kids now, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And when you have children, it kind of hits you in the face that this isn't just about you anymore, me, that it's about my 2 kids and the future of our state. When I ran when I was 19 years old, I said, I have a hell of a lot better perspective as a 19-year-old than somebody who's in their 60s or 70s, because ideally I'm going to live longer than them. And the policies that we enact today are going to be with me longer than somebody who's in their 70s or their 80s perhaps. So why shouldn't we have a say? Why shouldn't we have a seat at the table, whether it's at the school board level or our city government or our state legislature? I just urge all of you, as you are graduating from high school, as you go to college, and you're interested in politics, consider running for office. We need you. Or if you don't want to run, consider running a campaign. Be a Jim Messina and run campaigns. Or if you want to lobby and make a lot of money, be a lobbyist. But at the very least, if none of those things interest you, be involved. Volunteer. This is about us. It's about our state and how we want our state to be in the future. And who better to decide what that future is than the younger generation? Who better? That's you. It's me. So on this day, as you finish your work and as elections are conducted, my wife wanted me to mention she was here at Youth Legislature. She's from Great Falls. She ran for speaker and she lost. And she was devastated. But she became the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which she was particularly proud of, which shocked me. But she remembers being outside and calling her mom and crying after she lost the speaker election. And when I lost my election to running for Attorney General at 3 o'clock in the morning, my brother was emotional, crying that I had lost. And I was sulking and had the attitude that I didn't want to be in politics ever again. And a close friend of mine emailed me and said, "You're from Anaconda. When people from Anaconda get knocked down, you get back up and say, 'Is that all you got? Give me more.'" And I think that applies even to people from Butte too, I would say, but certainly all over the state. And that's what I'll say to all of you. You're going to encounter setbacks. Get up, keep fighting, make a difference. You'll move mountains. So you're way further along than I was when I was your age, and I believed completely that running for office is about serving the public. public service. Somehow people think that running for office and being in government is not good, that we don't have that servant kind of leadership, that because I'm in office, I know the answers. It shouldn't be the case. We're here to serve. I believe, and I'm absolutely convinced, that we're all on this earth to serve one another, and I don't care in what capacity. And you're at the cusp of it. I'm jealous, and I salute all of you for starting it. And if I can be a resource in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I appreciate very much you having me today, and good luck with the rest of the week and safe travels home. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Laslovich. Would the Senate Sergeant-at-Arms Bakovoy please escort our honorable guests from the chambers? Members, please rise. One more round of applause for our good guest speaker. Members, be seated. We will take this opportunity to hear from each of the candidates who will be on the ballot in this year's primary election. When I announce the office, all candidates for that office will come forward and make their speeches. Each candidate will have 1 minute, and we'll have you come up in front first so I can allow you to be introduced, and then you'll give your speeches. So we'll start with candidates for Speaker of the House.
We will hear first from Hayden Blackford.
First off, I would like to say that I also do not believe in the partisanship. I would accept your vote no matter what party you're voting for. And I would like to begin my speech with a quote from Mitt Romney. I believe in an America where millions of Americans believe in an America. That's the America millions of Americans believe in. That's the America I love. I'm Hayden Blackford, and I'm running for Speaker of the House. I'm qualified, overqualified. I can speak English, and I like houses. Most importantly, I am an American. I went to the zoo the other day. There was only one dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Another quote that I would like to say that I think explains my campaign is by Ronald Reagan. I have left orders to be awakened at any time in the case of a national emergency, even if I'm in a cabinet meeting. You can pick your nose, or you can pick me, Hayden Blackford.
Next, we will hear from Samantha Johnston.
Awesome, okay. I'm short. Okay. I'm Samantha Johnston, and I'm actually re-running for Speaker of the House this year. I do believe that makes me pretty qualified to be Speaker of the House, seeing as I already am it. I was standing up there for like all morning. Seeing as I've wasted most of my speech time already, I'm going to give you some quick facts about me to kind of help you get to know me better. First of all, my voice. I'm from Virginia, not British, never been to England. I don't know what'll happen if I do go to England. They'll be confused maybe. I'm from Virginia. Okay, number two, if anybody was in the House, you know that our dear Governor, Mr. Shannon Temple over here, has given orders that I be addressed as Queen Samantha, Her Majesty Queen Samantha of Virginia. I do think that this helps clarify the fact that I am not British, as Virginia does have queens still. I think I should know. And that, again, I'm from Virginia, so please stop being confused. Thanks. Third of all, one time I threw up in the Space Needle, hold on, not from height or motion or anything, but because I had some bad crumpets that morning, which I just, again, think really ties into me not being British. Nice. I feel good about this speech. Anyway, I really would love to be Speaker of the House again. I've had a great time this year, and thank you.
Last but not least, we'll hear from Brandon Zelenka.
My name is Brendan Zelenka, and I'm running for Speaker of the House. I am overqualified, I would say, and like the newspaper says, I have the dankest mems, and I am the man with the plan. Of course, I'm not very good at speeches, so yeah. Did you guys hear about butter? Don't spread it. Thank you.
Thank you to our candidates for Speaker of the House. Will candidates for President of the Senate please come forward now? This is an awkward turtle moment, since I'm Gunther Clark and I'm running for President of the Senate, but since I'm already President of the Senate, I'm kinda, yeah. Anyway, so obviously, since I'm already the President of the Senate, I am fully qualified for my position. In fact, I have the most job experience of any candidate. I have the only job experience of any candidate. Some of you may have noticed the handbills that are found in the House. There's more of these that will appear elsewhere in our session. They are fully collectible. Collect all four. Trade with your friends. Gotta catch them all. You probably want me to leave by now, which is understandable. So you should vote for me. I come with a money-back guarantee. All that and a bag of chips.
All right, we will now hear from Kyle Finch.
All right. There's a lot of people in here, like way more than 5. All right. So, hi, I'm Kyle Finch. I'm running for the position of President of the Senate. As Gunther said, he is very qualified, but I would also say myself that I am very qualified for this position. I've been in place in many leadership positions in Youth Ledge and also in school and extracurricular activities. As President of the Senate, I will see things in an understandable way from both sides. I'll be bipartisan. And yeah, I think it would be great if I could have your vote tonight at the polls, and thank you very much.
Thank you to Senator Finch. Would we now have candidates for Secretary of State come forward?
First, we will hear from R.J. Hyatt.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Same. So, I have actually never been Secretary of State before. So, as you can see, I'm probably, if anything, underqualified to do it. And I'm okay with that. You should be too, you specifically. Yeah. Thank you. If elected, I can make you no promises because the Secretary of State doesn't push legislation, so that's about it. No new laws. I have an impressive war chest, and I am willing at this point to spend $1 for 500 votes. Actually, if anyone's willing to take a bribe now, you guys can split this amongst yourselves. Here. That is illegal. Don't tell the Internal Revenue Service. You can't have both, you have to share. Okay, sorry guys, I'll get back on topic. A vote for me is a vote for pants. As you know, as a representative, I have pushed through a lot of pants-related legislation, as I hope the Senate will now, hopefully in the future, will take a hard look at my bill and see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to it. You guys are so much fun. This has been a great experience for me, and hopefully I can be your secretary. Thank you so much.
All right, next we'll hear from Jessica Rosa.
Hi, I would first like to say how grateful I am that I am not 13 because my speech is on a smartphone. But I'm Jess Rosa, and many of you may know me as Sergeant of Arms, or by my big muscles. Just kidding, that's my friend Chief Justice Blake. But I am running for Secretary of State this year, and don't take that newspaper article seriously. I just have RBF. Resting bewildered face. I swear I am highly qualified and I do love communication. I am extremely organized, a team player, and I aspire to be just like Vicky T. Unfortunately, Jessie R doesn't sound as cool. I participate in soccer, speech and debate, tennis, and youth legislature, and I've participated in these activities for the entirety of my high school career, unlike some of the other candidates. So I just want you all to know that a vote for Jess Rosa is a vote for Jess Rosa.
Thank you to our candidates for Secretary of State. Will candidates for Chief Justice please come forward?
We will hear from our only candidate, Paige Robinson.
Hi, I'm Paige Robinson, and I'm running for Chief Justice. Out of the wide pool of candidates for this position, I feel like I'm definitely the most qualified. I plan to bring a nonpartisan stance to the table and see all sides of the important issues our model Supreme Court sees. The court program is absolutely amazing, and as Chief Justice, I plan to make sure that it runs smoothly and efficiently and make sure that all participants have a lot of fun. Get on the same page and vote Robinson for Chief Justice. Thank you.
Thank you to our candidate for Chief Justice. Would the candidates for the governor, lieutenant governor tickets please come forward?
All right, we can hear first from Becca Schnabel and Nicole Tyson.
Hi, Seth, wherever you are. I hope everyone's day is going pretty well. I was sitting on that last House session, and it was kind of starting to get a little boring, so I do really commend you guys for being able to sit through those long, drawn-out sessions. But I am currently the lieutenant governor, and I am running for the position of governor for next year. And just like our guest speaker said, my whole mission is kind of just service to you. And service in our community isn't really limited to church trips like that go a week long in the summer or being a at a park or anything like that. but just being really accommodating to each one of you and just making sure your stay here is comfortable and it just goes as smooth as possible. I also want to give a shout out to all my first years because the program is going really great and I enjoy every single one of them. And I just really hope that you guys get something out of this experience because it definitely has changed me. A couple things about myself though is I do have a panda pillow pet and it probably is because I am Asian, but I'm not sure. Also, my dad is like white, like the whitest guy you know, so yeah. I definitely could see both sides because I'm Asian and I'm white. I participate in a lot of school activities and I'm the captain of the Butte High soccer team, but I don't know if you could call it that because I don't think we've won a game in like 4 seasons, so I'd really appreciate your vote. Thanks for being here.
I'm Becca's running mate, Nicole Tyson, and obviously we have a lot in common. My dad is also white. But after that, I'm a little bit different. My sports teams actually succeed. Sorry, Butte High School. As Lieutenant Governor, I plan to bring some fun to the first-year House and to be one of the first Lieutenant Governors that actually keeps them straight and all the papers in order. But this year was pretty good. I don't know. Becca's pretty inspiring. A little fun fact about me, we do actually tell time by the moon in Gardner, Montana. It's not a joke, Shannon, it's a science. Thank you. Vote Becca and Nicole.
We will now hear from Shannon and Dale.
All right, I'm going to go first. I'm Dale, running for Lieutenant Governor. Feel very qualified for this position. I served as a House page for the 64th legislative session for Representative Jeff Wellborn, and I learned a lot about the process. I have a very good understanding of it, and I think I'd be able to pass on that knowledge to the first-year program. A little thing about Shannon, he's worked really hard this year, gone above and beyond to make things run smoothly, so I'll pass things off to him.
Hey guys, I'm Shannon Temple. Just to clarify, as our lovely Speaker of the House, Samantha said, I am actually too, in fact, not from Britain. Or Virginia, for that matter. Now, I would tell you guys a joke, but I'm going to save that for later tonight. And I just want to go off on a serious tone for this speech. The reason I believe I'm qualified for this position is not because I want the position title, or I want the power, or I want the recognition. I truly care about this program, and I believe in this program, and I love this program, and I love every single one of you here. We love you too. And I just want to, if reelected as governor, continue to push for a better program, push for more kids to come, push for better debate in our legislations, and just overall make it a great experience for every single person involved. As in my State of the State address, I said, this program is special because it's the only one of its kind. It's the only one that allows every single one of your voices to be heard. And it's changed my life, honestly. And I cannot say thank you enough to all of you for everything. So I just hope that I see your vote at the polls, and I'm Shannon Temple. Thank you.
Thank you to our candidates for governor and lieutenant governor. So at this time, as a housekeeping note, everyone needs to report immediately to your respective committees. This joint session, hold on, we have and we also need committee chairs of the Secretary of State's office as well. everyone else immediately to your respective committees. And this joint session of the Montana YMCA Youth Legislature is now adjourned. The most insincere, too.